Good afternoon, everybody. My goodness, what a busy day it's been today. As you all know, we're all really excited. We're getting all prepared and ready for classes tomorrow and Sunday. So, of course, it's been a little bit crazy, but we're all sorted, I think, apart from maybe we've just got to get the vacuum cleaner around and put the kettle on. But other than that, it's all ready and good to go. So, looking forward to that. However, let's work on today and let's have a look at a tile. Now, as you can see, I've been playing with two different colours. I've got a couple of my jelly rolls out today, and I've decided that I'm going to stick with this sort of orangey, orangey, almost brownish colour. It's really nice, actually, and on a dark green tile, so that British racing green, it's kind of nice, but I could have just have used, see, I've tried a bit of gold, and I could have just used that sort of bluey green as well, but I'm going to stick with that one and see how we go. It really doesn't matter what colour you go with. You can do this on a regular tile and you can shade it just as normal. So don't think, oh, I've got to get this sorted. Just go with whatever you've got in front of you and it's all fine. You'll be okay. All right. So, here we go. So we've got people from New York. Hello there. And hello everybody in the UK, wherever you may be. It's getting a little bit dark these days, but we don't really mind so much, do we? It's part of winter. Oh, goodness me, winter. Whoa. Okay, so I'm going to come in today, and again, as I say, I'm going to start straight in with my pen. I do have a couple of tortillons here, and I do have my pastel pencils. See, I've got a really nice pencil that sort of is a similar colour, so I might sort of use that, maybe bring a bit of a red kind of colour in. See how it goes. All right, we ready for this then? Woohoo! Okay. So deep breath, everybody. Feet on the ground. Let's just go with this. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to start sort of in the middle here, and I'm going to start with let's have a look. Let's just do a line. Again, you might want to watch first. See how it's getting on. Okay. Oh, Louise, you wait till we get here Sunday. Woohoo! I'm excited. Oh, okay. You see they're quite close together. 3. And then I'm going to do another one. See, I'm just going up and down, just making sure that I've got colour in there. Let's do a 5th one. There we go. All right, if I go a little bit. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? Let's go a bit bigger. You see? There you go. And of course, as you know, you see that's just still drying. So be careful not, you see, just on the ends there. Just be careful that you don't draw over the top of that or anything. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you're liking the diaries. It's great. All right. Oh no! So it's lovely when we start getting the in the classes. You don't know what you're coming into. You'll be fine, please don't worry. Oh no, Lynn, we're going to miss you. See, I'm going to do 5 again, but I'm just going to split up the space now so it's a bit easier. Now I've got something to work to. So there's my 3. If you've done a few more, you do less, it's fine. You see, I've just got a bit of an even gap now there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn it round. Same here, look. So again, I'm just going to do 1. There we go. 1 in the middle. Oh, if anybody still wants to come and join us, there's still a couple of spaces, so you're more than welcome to. Tickets are still online. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. You can do it with a regular tile if you want. You don't have to use a gel pen. But I thought we'd have a bit of a mix of, this is like a little bit of a grid, isn't it? And a bit of organic. And we've not used a gel pen in ages. Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit off piece. I'm not going to do a complete shape there. So I'm going to bring one in here. You see, it's sort of going opposite directions. Oh, Louise, wait till you see what you've got on Sunday. Woohoo! Okay. So we've got a bit of a shape going on here. So I'm going to bring another one here. Okay. So just sort of keeping with 5. And I'm going to do another one here. So again, now I've got something to work to. I just want to make sure it's a similar sort of size there. Okay. There we go. So that's where we're at. Let's have a look at that in sort of view. There you go. Okay, we've got, it's a little bit random, but it's not, so it's okay. All right. So let's just bring that up a little bit more now. Okay, so I'm going to focus on these areas. See where the lines go horizontally? I'm going to work from that one there. So let's do this one first here. Gonna go. Gonna put a little line so it's sort of coming out there, and then a nice thin one there as well. Okay. So I'm gonna just then add a little bit of a swirl, bubble on the end there, and you see those little gaps? We're just gonna fill them in. Okay. And then I'm going to sort of extend it out a little bit. So it's almost, I don't know, maybe a bit lampshade like. Here we go. And then middle here. Oh, Rose, it's nice that your tile swap's on the way. We're going to be. I've started to get some in already. So I'm going to get one, and I'm going to fill that in with another there. Let's see this side. So there's one. And I'm going to get another in. Okay. So I'm just going to add another one this side. See, bringing it back in. And another one on this side. There we are. You see, it's not touching there either. They're not joined together. I've kept them same. Okay. And let's bring another one out. So I'm going to go a little bit smaller. And then I'll probably do one this way. So I'll probably get 3 out. I'm not worried about trying to get 5. It's just sort of however many fit in that particular space. And oh, sure I will then. There's always room for one more. There we are. And same again, see? Now I'm only going to see a little bit of those because they're sort of working behind the scenes. And then here we go. This one, see, that's going to sit behind now, so let's just put that in as best we can. And I'm going to bring this one out. It's not going to be as big as, I don't want to go off the border. Oh God, that's terrible. There we go. Same this side. Okay, and then of course look, one here, one here. All right, let's have a little look at that. Oh, there we go. Feels weird not having a board underneath, isn't it? It's still downstairs in my box. There we go. So let's have a go at one here as well. Let's make it a bit bigger again now. So again, look, I'm just going to bring one up this way. So sort of about there. Maybe one a little bigger there. See if I can get one in there. And I think I'm going to try for one. There you go. There. So I've sort of set my stall out there, haven't I? There we are. And in we go. Oh, I know what you mean by couriers. I think they usually throw mine over the gate. It's quite a tall gate. So anything fragile, forget it. There we go. Alright, same sort of thing. There we are. And of course, into this one. And we're going to get one on the end. Look at those. Like little loops. Almost sort of really loose pom-poms from the side. There we are. Same again, look. Filling in those gaps. And then let's just extend those lines out. And then 1, 2, 3. See, starting from the middle. And of course, if yours are a bit wider and you can only get 2 in and not 3, it's fine. It's your tile. Same this side. 2 in there. And then along, then again. And then of course, starting in the middle. And then again. And then of course, just one either side. And into this one. The same again, and I'm just going to pretend where this starts there, sort of goes out that way. And then let's bring one in. There's 2, and joining that one. Same on this side, and 1 that side, 1 that side. Okay. All right. So let's turn our tile. Okay, so again, we're looking at these horizontal lines. And then let's bring out these little rows again. Now, of course, it depends on how many you can get in. If you can only get 3 in, that's fine. I'm going to aim for 4 again. And then maybe just see 1 there, look. There we go. And then let's put those little discs in, 1 at a time. I think it's early cup of tea time. To be honest, Leslie's working like 3 elves down there today. And of course, we've got the Create and Craft on Monday as well, so lots going on. In we go. Just putting that little bubble on the top. Just sort of create that little lampshade. And then a little loop in the middle. Then either side. And then either side. And then of course we want 1 there. And 1. You could go even more if you want. You don't have to do just those many. God, you asking me for a drink. I don't know, it's like asking for snow in June, although I'm sure that's happened once or twice. I'm afraid I'm a little bit of a pain when it comes to making drinks. No. Joanne, is there something new? I don't know if I should tell you or not. I think I should make you wait. Yes, there is something new. A little bit of a heads up, actually. There are some storage bags on there. I know I've brought them to you before with a black base. Some of them are pink and some are blue, but I don't have many. So, if you want them, don't wait. Look at that. Okay, so you've got one here. Let's have a look at this one. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit sort of intermingled, but let's see. I'm going to bring one out here first. I think that's probably the easiest. And let's just fill them in as we go. There we go. Oh, Chris, I don't even think I can do a sneak peek. I don't even have any here. I'll have to walk all the way downstairs. If the elf's not listening, you've got no chance. All right. And then that way. And then 1 this side, 1 this side. Okay, let's bring another in. So again, I can sort of choose to go up here a little bit further. Bring that bubble in. And then same again. either side. Oh, see, Louise is sneaky. There we go. And same on this one. And again, just bringing those in that side. Yeah. So if I bring one in this way, I'm just going to follow it through. Just go to about there. You see, just going underneath. And then round we go. Just fill in those little sides. And of course, underneath and underneath. You see? So on we go, just sort of working behind wherever you can sort of see. And you're going to have that one, and then maybe you'll see a bit of one there. Okay, definitely behind. Okay, so let's have a look this side. Now here we don't have any of those horizontals. So what are we to do? We could add one in, or we could use these as an extension. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's bring in a line, see, just extend it a little bit. And then of course, I'm going to take one that way. But what we're going to do here, I've only got one line. So that's okay, I could do sort of this. I'm just going to bring another one in, quite narrow there. And round we go, same again. Just adding in that sort of little lampshade. There we are. And 1, 2, 3. And see, I'm just gonna fit it in there. And of course, either side. There we go. And then just sort of round we go. Same shape again. This is the beauty of these, I think, when you're doing something very repetitive. It's one of those tiles that you can completely lose yourself in, because you don't need to think about what's next. You just need to think about each line. And by now, these little sort of mop kind of shapes, they're sort of embedded, so you know what you're doing. And of course, you could do them in different colours as you want now. You could add little lines to them if you wanted to. Lots of different ways. So here we go again. I've got the same sort of problem. I've got two that are going upwards and none of these horizontal lines. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring one in there. So you can add to it as you're going. There we go. You see, and we just add in these lines. And of course you could do one at a time if you want to. You could put all these lines in like I'm doing at the minute, or you could do a couple, and there we are. Okay. And around we go. Okay. And in with that shade again. And in we go. That side, same on that side. And then around. So let's bring that one in. See, this one's truly behind, isn't it? So I think I'm just going to bring the few in from that side. I can't see any others. Of course, into this one on this side. So this is going to be quite small because I don't want to go off the tile. There we are. And then another one here. There we are. Same in the middle, either side, and then just sort of add in those sides. Oh, Joanne, now you're asking. 9:45. and I think it's 2. Oh, gonna have to sort that. There we go. My camera's coming. Stands a bit loose. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's have a look. Oh. Now it doesn't want to. There you go. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's have a look. Right. Okay, I think we could get another one on here. Do you? Like if I just bring in another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. And then I'm just going to bring in, one's going to out here. And then a couple there. And then up there. I think I might just stick to 3, see how that goes. Doesn't have to be the same amount each time. It's entirely what I want to do. If I want to put 3 in or 5, I can do that. There we go. And in we go there. 1 up, 1 there. And then just sort of taking it round. And in we go. And 1 more. You get quite quick at these. In and along. Same this way. A little bit there. Okay, let's have a look at that. So we see we've got quite a lot going on around this side, haven't we? And here it looks a little bit sort of thinner, if we could say that. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I've got horizontals here, I can bring out a couple more here. So I'm going to do one at a time, just so I don't get a little bit confused with where everything's going. It'd be nice to, just fill in if you think you need to. So again, let's have another one. I'm going to bring it out a little bit further. Same as before. Add in my bubble. And then in and around. Drawing in those loops. Same on this one. There we go. And same on this one. See, that's now it's got a little bit more about it. It's not same, they're not symmetrical. It just means that we've got a sort of an even amount. Oh, and the tea's arrived. Woohoo! John's looking after me today. I'd say what, no biscuits, but I don't have any. So I can't have a biscuit.
That's because you've eaten them all.
Oh, there were only a few to start with. Right. Oh, never mind. It was a cup of tea I needed. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to start in this corner, I think. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Here we go. And now I think I've got enough flowers in. I'm going to just bring out a line underneath to about here, okay? And then if I put a little curve one side and then the other, and then half it, and then adding in some little diagonal lines. Let's do another. Coming off the same curve. There we go, just sort of drawing in those diagonal lines. Let's bring one out from this side. Just going to see a little bit of it. There we go. So this sort of hiding behind, just one side. It doesn't matter which side you do, it's absolutely fine. And let's get another one in there. Okay, and again, doesn't matter which side. Okay, let's just have a look. Okay, let's bring another one then. Let's bring one in here. I'm going to go a little bit smaller. Look, it's sort of sitting behind that one. And here we go. It's going to go up and into this space. And of course, you've got to look at your tile and decide where you think that you want to add some more definition or some more leaves within your tile. And then here, there's one going to come up and out here. There we go. Just sort of fill that in. So, well, see, I've got a little bit here. I think rather than do any more flowers, I'm just going to bring some leaves in. I think I've got enough of those now. Just admit the tile that we did the other day, absolutely fabulous inking, people. I think what you've done with that was awesome. Really good ones. If you've not done last Wednesday's tile yet, then might want to have a look at what's on the Sanntangle group page. Okay, see, I'm sort of working corner-ish, but see if I've got a space like here, I'm just going to use it. There is another tangle I'd like to put in, so I'm not going to completely fill my space, but you know, I want it to. Oh, I suppose it does, yeah. You've been watching too much Bake Off. Yeah, it does look like a sort of a plaited kind of loaf, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's do one here, look. There we go. Have a look at that. We can always come back and add more of those in if we want to, just in a short while. But I just want to get another tangle in there. It's one we've done before, so it's nothing that's going to sort of create too much tension. I'm just going to bring in a line, a bit of a curved line with a bobble on the end, you see? And then I'm just going to fill that bobble in. And then using the same sort of stem, see, I'm going to go over that one. Back in as a bobble and just fill it in. And then let's do another. Back in, fill it in. Yeah. So let's have a look. Let's get one in here. See, just curve with a bobble, fill it in. Same again. Now you can decide where you put them, and you can decide whether they're going to go under or over other things. Because we're filling it in, you've got that option. Yeah, I'm going to do another slightly under there. See how it goes underneath there? Look how they sort of, because they're still wet, and then how they dry off. I love to see that. Look how it's sort of slightly shiny there, it's still drying. But then when they dry, love that. Oh no, I think all my bakes make like a rock. I'm sure there'll be some people out there that agree, and theirs do too. So I'm just going to get a bit in there, maybe a bit at the top. No, I wasn't too bad at baking. I did used to teach food, not in school, not because it was my choice, because I was primarily woodwork and metalwork in school, but we had to teach, you know, certainly at year 7, 8, and 9, we had to teach all the different technologies. So food and textiles was in there as well. But, it did help actually. I did do a GCSE food group as well. Once they needed a teacher, so they opted for me to do it. There we go. I'm like, thanks guys. But we did have a bit of a laugh, it was okay. We used to have bake-offs. Whoever won, we used to get there. Used to be all the kids, because it was a small class, against me. And then we had the head teacher come in at the end of the day to test and do like a random anonymous selection, which he thought was the best. And whoever did the best, the other person had to pay for their ingredients. Needless to say, I always lost. Never made any money out of them kids. They made a fortune out of me, but that's fine. It helped. Stop it. Do you know, I mean, I know some of you met Sean when you came up to the last class. Sean was doing a charity event. He does a lot of work with charity. But he was actually a student of mine. He was in my tutor set, and he still calls me Miss. I'm like, you don't have to, it's fine. He's like, no, Miss, it doesn't feel right. Oh, Linda, what pen am I using? Here we go. It's a Jelly Roll Moonlight 06. And it's a part of a set. I can't honestly remember what the set's called now. But this is, yeah, if I give you the number there. Turn it round. There you go. It comes as a pack of 3. Okay. Oh, Vicky. The single tile box will hold, oh my goodness me, I'm not quite sure offhand. I think 50 easy. And then, of course, the double one is double. But I can't honestly remember without counting them all. Okay. Let's have a look. But, I must admit, I do use my tile box a lot. Because I've decorated it, it does look beautiful as well. So I have 2. One sits actually underneath the TV in our house, and the other one sits in the craft room. I've always got tiles to hand. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm just going to bring in some bubbles. And you see how, being that I've got a gel pen in hand, I'm filling it in. I mean, you could do this in a different colour if you wanted to, just to change it up a bit. And I'm just sort of going in, adding different sizes. I'm not trying to count them or do them the same size or try odd or even numbers. It's just about adding in a little bit of interest, you see, just so it gives it that bit of depth around there. Really little ones and then some slightly larger. Of course, you could put as few or as little as you want in. Sorry, Julie, as well, no zingers today, but if you wanted to add them, there's space, you could do that. But I'm not going to do that today. There we go. Something about using a gel pen wants you to do these kind of bubbles. Works really well. There we are. Okay. Working my way around. There we go. Just sort of adding in little bits. And there we go with those. Okay. It's quite a full tile there today. Quite a lot to be going into. But let's bring in our pastel pencil. Now, of course, you could use your white pencil. You could introduce a different colour here. I think I'm going to stick with similar. See, I've got I say it looks quite similar, doesn't it? So I'm going with something sort of the same, but okay. So let's have a look here. See where I've got these horizontal lines again? I'm just going to add a little bit to either side. Okay. So I'm going to do that on all of them whilst I'm in this position. And see, it's not going to be as bright as the white. It's going to be a little bit more subtle. But let's see how that goes. There we are. See what bits in there as well. So I've just turned it around. I'm doing the same. There we go. I think at this point I'm just going to bring my torchon in. And just going to add. See, I'm going to do quite softly. And I've got a bit of graphite on, but it's not too bad. See, just very gently, just stroking it a little bit. So it's sometimes, you know, when we shade and then add the white down the middle, this time we're leaving the dark green of the tile. It looks black, doesn't it? Down the middle there. We're just going to soften those edges there. Okay. Alright, that doesn't want to move a lot, but it's okay. There we go. Let's bring a bit more in. There we go. There we are, sort of zigzaggy. There we go. That looks better. I told you I didn't want to move it too much, but that's okay. Just gives it a little bit, doesn't it? All right. Okay, and same on this one. Okay, just so that's better. There we go. Let's have a look at that. There we are. So we've got a little bit of definition in there. So I'm going to come in now with my pastel again. I'm just going to add some just at the base of these flowers. Again, this is a really nice opportunity if you want to bring colour in, to bring a different colour in. So I'm just going to work it with the same colour. I don't want to get too complicated today. I think the tile's probably complicated enough. There we go. Just sort of, no rush, just work your way around. I know, Nadia, I think I might swap my torty on. I think it needs a bit of file down. It's got quite a bit of graphite on it, so sometimes if it gets a bit scratchy like that, it normally needs a bit of a file down. There we are. I suppose it'll help if I actually used pastels rather than pencil, which is probably why it's not moving so well. Well, that's okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to bring a bit of a darker pencil in to blend it. Thought I'd picked up my pastels, but I haven't, but that's fine. Don't we all do this? Okay, so what do I have? I do have a dark green. I should have known when no chalk came off it. Let's just bring, there you go, see that dark green in? That's better. There we go. Again. Alright. So it's just going to, I'll blend that in a little bit more. No wonder it didn't move. There you go. Oh dear. That's what happens, isn't it, when you tidy up and you can't find anything and you think you've got something in your hand and you haven't. But see, it's okay, it's not a problem. Just adding that touch of green. I could have come in with the black, but I didn't want to be too stark, and being that my tiles are dark green, this will probably be a bit better. There we go. So same with my flowers now. You see where my sort of my orangish colour is taken off? I'm just going to come in now and just sort of blend in. There we go, with the green. Of course, if I was using pastels, I'd just use a tortillon and just sort of blend it in. There you go. Not a problem. It's kind of nice actually, this green. You know, sort of reinforcing those petals. See, a happy accident. Nothing's ever a problem. There we are. Okay, here we are. Just continue on. See, it's not, doesn't take much, does it? Just a little bit of pencil there, blends really easy. There we are. Still in those back ones as well. And there, just sort of add a touch in those. Oh, it helps if I would put some black colour in there. There we are. Just stands out a little bit, doesn't it? Kind of glad I did it now. Same with these back ones here. little bits there. Just touching those in the background. And get my way around. There we go. Thin bits. And touches there. There. Almost done. See, I could have come in and done some of this on the leaves as well. You just want that little bit of contrast. Oh, Kathy, depends what you're doing. I'm using coloured pencils, so I'm actually using those to do any shading. If you were gonna shade with a pencil and a tortillon and then add colour, that's the way I'd do it. I think once you've added colour with pencils, it's hard to go back over with a regular pencil. And if you were going to use pastels, I'd do it the same way. If you want to put pencil first, that's regular pencil, of course, and then over the top with colour. If that answers your question. Okay, let's have a look at that. Alright, like that. I think I'm just going to add a little bit down the side as well. I don't know if you can sort of see that on the camera, but it does actually show up. I'm kind of glad I did it now. Just going to add, see, I'm just adding a touch to the top of those stems. There we are. Okay. So not even, no, I think that's enough there. I'm going to come in with my black pen now, my regular tool, here we go. Regular pen. And let's have a look. Oh, I know, I do regularly put pets to sleep. Decent rate. So you see here, look, where I've got one flower's underneath the other. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to come around this petal here, just so you can see that that one's in front. And see, same sort of thing here. I'm just going to add that shape in. You see? And then, of course, I've got one here that's just going to go over there. And same here. So I'm not going to draw around everything completely. It's just if something's going underneath, just sort of identify that that's what's happening. See, there we go. One there. And of course, that's going under there. Now here, I'm just going to add that bit in there. See, it just gives it a little bit more definition. See, one there. And of course, in there we go. So it's just sort of work your way around your tile, and anything that you think, oh, it needs a little bit there, then see here, look, oh, sorry, there, look. Just going to bring that one. So it definitely brings it forward, you see? Sort of almost breaks up all of that gel pen. And it gives it back its shape there. Maybe I'll see down there. Of course, I might have missed a few bits. I'll go back and check in a minute. See this one, I'm going to break it down a bit. You don't have to do all of those. See here, I'm going to decide that that one's in front. There we are. And then, see this one here, I've got kind of thing going on. That one there. That one's just a tiny bit, so bring that one forward. Maybe there. Oh, sorry, yeah, just did that one. Tracy, yeah, it'll work okay. The only thing with a regular pen that you might have trouble with sometimes is if you've used coloured pencils, it doesn't like to go over the top, or pastels in particular as well, because it clogs up the nib. So as long as you're aware of that, if you wanted to do this, you know, you're using pastels, maybe you'd want to have perhaps do this first. It's just a case of testing and see how you go with it. But if your pen's a little bit hesitant, then perhaps avoid it. Right. See, because the tiles are dark green, you're still going to see that black. So it's quite nice, isn't it? There you go. So just getting that one in there. Let's have a look. We've done that one. But it is very forgiving, so if you find that you've gone over somewhere and you shouldn't have done, it's not gonna really stand out. It's all going to be part of the design. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so you see just how it's broken those up. It's almost giving it a little bit of natural shadow, just sort of helping it along its way a little bit. So it's really quite a nice thing to do. And of course you could leave some areas. You could do more one than the other, but there we go. Let's have a look. I'm going to leave that one there. So let's have a look at all in context. Okay. So yeah, not too bad at all. Quite like see here. I think I'm going to just sort of do those lines on the outside as well. Okay, so you're just sort of emphasising those. Just a little bit. Alright, turn it around. So yeah, I would perhaps do this before you, if you're going to use pastels, before you do your pastels. There you go. Alright. So little dots in the middle there. See, just hang on a second, a little bit bigger. There you are, see, just sort of little dots in the caps there. There we go, just sort of on the edges as well. I might as well do them all together. There you go. See, that one's coming over there. Right, that's made quite a difference, hasn't it, using the black? It's just sort of giving it a bit of sense there. So the last thing to do with this is find a space and add your signature. I think I'm going to see if I can sneak it in there, look. And I do have one I've done on the same colour tile. Or is it the same? Just 1 second. Oh no. I went for a black tile, so you might see the difference. So here we go. Black tile. See? Let's have a look. You see there's the British Racing Green, there you go. And there's the black tile. So looking at the two, this one I've used white pastel just to sort of add in that little bit of shadow. And this one, as you know, we've used coloured pencils. But yeah, quite different and completely different than the one we did on Wednesday. So yeah, it's worth having a go. I think sometimes the dark tiles scare us a little bit and you're not quite sure what to do. And of course, moving away from white can be a little bit as well. So have a go with a different colour gel pen. It doesn't have to be a shiny metallic. It can be just a matte colour like I've done. It can mix and match and do anything you want to do with it. So, all right, there we go. Tile number 193. So have a bit of fun with this one. And of course, I know we're going to be over here. We're going to be doing classes this weekend, but still post your pictures. And what we'll do, we'll try and post a few as we go on to show you what we've been doing. I have got some fabulous pieces set up ready for you this weekend. So hopefully you'll share them as well. So should be a great weekend. So I'm going to miss all of you that couldn't make it, but really looking forward to welcoming those of you that can. So I will see you all over the weekend. And then, of course, if not, I'll see you on Monday and then on Create and Craft with a couple of new bits and pieces. So have fun, everybody, and take care. Have a good weekend. Okay, bye.